Benson Backflip. This is the time of the day that we announce the 4 chances you have to become a finalist for the KRBE Suite for the sold-out Benson Boone Show. That's going to happen September the 18th at the Toyota Center. We do this 4 times a day, but you got to know when to play because you got to be caller 104. When you hear the stager gives you the phone number to call, which is our direct line here. Here are the 4 times for the day. It's 8:40 a.m., 10:27 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 4:22 p.m. Those are your 4 chances today. 8:40 a.m., 10:27 a.m., 1:30 p.m., 4:22 p.m. What are you listening for? Here's the Benson Backflip.
Oh, my God.
Sounds like you said whatever it is twice.
One more time, but louder.
Why don't we just give you the answer?
They were porking it.
That's what I was thinking.
They were porking it.
I don't think that's a lyric. It does sound like what you said.
It's from Sorry, I'm Here for Someone Else. And the line is, Benny, don't do it. Benny, don't do it.
Benny, don't do it.
Benny, don't do it. Benny, don't do it.
Is he referring to himself?
Times. Yeah.
Yep.
Benny, don't do it. Benny, don't do it. You just repeat that to us if you're caller 104. The 4 chances today, 8:40, 10:27, 1:30, and 4:22. Brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas.
104.1 KRBE.
Hello. All right, let's hit it.
Now, time for the prank call. Featuring Special K on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Oh, yay! Go to krbe.com/prank call requests and fill out the forms. The form. Really, it's just the form. A simple form so you can tell Kevin where to go with this. Has to do with Friendswood. What happened in Friendswood?
Let's find out.
Hi, Roula and Ryan. My name's Madison. I am calling because I want to prank call my stepdad, Heath. We're having a little bit of a rat problem at our house, and he's been arguing with the HOA president, this old guy named So I think it would be hilarious if we prank called him from the city of Friendswood and saying that we reported him for having a rat's nest at our house.
All right. Thank you so much for the setup, and thanks for thinking of me.
Yeah, of course.
Now,
rat problem, huh?
This rat problem is a kind of a neighborhood thing, and so I'm going to, of course, point the finger at Heath. It is obviously
him. The rats are coming from you?
It's coming from you, Mr. Heath.
You're feeding
Uh-oh.
them. You're
Nobody
promoting
wants
rat
that.
culture.
Rat's
All
nest.
right, that's a good thing. Maybe
place is
you're
a mess.
feeding them.
Promoting rat culture. It's a good environment for them.
Maybe we can bring them some bait to use. So he called me back after I left a message, and this is how it went. Good morning, the city of Wood.
Yes, ma'am. This is Heath. I'm returning a phone call from this number.
This is Chris Tangles from the city of Wood in regards to the property on I got your name here from a Mr.
Okay. And what regarding the property?
We've been made aware of a rat infestation that has been traced back to y'all's house.
Oh, really?
Yes, y'all got rats?
We had one that was exterminated.
Okay, folks are telling Mr. that y'all have been feeding them?
No. We have neighbors down the street that have been feeding ducks and squirrels and everything else. But no, we are not feeding anything.
Okay, because they're terrorizing the town of Friendswood and the neighborhood of Creek. You know, we're going to change the name to Ratwood. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry. I've been out of the workforce for quite some time. Please excuse my candor. But the rats are quite large.
Yes, the one that I killed was quite large. Yes.
I guess y'all are feeding them so much they're becoming full nutria.
I don't know all about that, but again, I do know that they're not being fed from here. They're being fed down the street.
Lord jeepers. Okay, the city is going to drop off some bait for y'all to use.
Yes.
Okay, now they're arsenic waffles.
What?
Okay.
Just place them on the west side of the house. The west side of the house. They say the west side is the best side.
Okay.
And do not eat the rats after they perish or anything or anyone. It may cause death or inward eruptions.
All right.
Okay. And do you have a BB gun or in good aim?
I do indeed.
Okay. And does Miss Madison?
Huh? Does Miss Madison?
Yes.
No, you don't want Miss Madison with the gun.
Oh, what a shame. I bet she could take out a good rat like me, Special K. I'm from KRBE's Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. I'm just messing with you, man.
All right, no worries.
Do you know Madison?
I do. She's my daughter.
Okay, she thought this would be a great time to hit you up with the rat infestation.
All right.
Right, sure.
So I'm just messing with you. Don't worry. I don't have any waffle bait for you.
Right? I was like, interesting. All right. Well, I will have to go and say good morning to her.
Yes, you should. Do you have a message for Madison we can share?
Not any more than look at what she started.
Okay, I will not keep you any longer. I know you're a very busy man. Can you just repeat these words for me? Can you say, Special K pranked me on the Roula and Ryan show with Eric?
Yes, Special K pranked me with Roland Ryan on the
Roland
KRB show.
Rolla.
Nolan Ryan.
I love it.
Nolan
May
Ryan.
cause death or inner eruptions.
Innard eruption.
Innard eruptions.
Ew.
Oh, like the Stroop waffles. For some reason, I was thinking
God.
those.
Well,
Just
don't
throw them on
ruin
the west
those
side.
for me.
I
Those are
love
so
those
tasty.
things.
Go to krve.com/prank call requests, and you can fill out the forms. You can mess with somebody in your life, whether it's a prank call or robocall. The telemarketer or telescammers, they just come all day long at him and different phone numbers.
Always look for
record
those around buildings. Look for those black boxes. Those black boxes are for the rats.
But at least they're trying to catch him.
No, it's good. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, just, if you see those, especially I know like around movie theaters, the popcorn and stuff.
But there's two ways to look at it. If I see that box, I'm thinking, ooh, they've got a rat infestation.
And mice were always like I used to be able to could tell. I go to your house. I was like CSI. I'd do your floorboard, and I could put my finger across it. And if it was greasy, I could tell the mouse was
That
there.
was like mouse sweat.
Is that still the
from their-
technique,
their
I
fur,
wonder?
their
because
oils.
they can't see very well, so they
Slide against
they're
the
always
wall.
against the baseboard or the walls, and that's when they crawl. So they have that safety. They don't.
Oh.
You never really see them in the middle of the. I mean, sometimes they'll just take off, but they're usually to be safe. They go all across the board.
And they do it at night in the dark.
Pretty much any time.
Yeah, because
Oh.
one time we were coming in here, I don't
I've
know
seen
what
them
time
during
was
the
it.
day,
In
and
my
they
peripheral, I
they
saw
gotta eat.
one up against the rails of the walls of this building, and I was like, oh, wait, was that a mouse? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. That's how they
And by the way, if somebody is new to the show, Eric is bringing this up because prior to radio, he was in pest control.
Yep.
For like 5 minutes.
2 years.
That's 5 minutes.
So he knows what he's
Yeah.
talking about.
5 minutes of your
I
life.
was a working
compared to
man. I was
how
the
long you've
big.
been doing
I was in the
radio.
majors.
That's right.
In the
That's
majors.
I was in the minor league.
Was that before
pest
the
control.
badge factory, the button factory?
I did that. Then I did the button factory.
Okay,
so the
it
button
was
factory came
pests,
after-
Then buttons.
I left
then
to go work
radio.
on the farm. My dad couldn't pay me my $30,000. That's all I was asking for. Mm-hmm. He couldn't pay me, so I had to do half and half. Button factory full time, and then work on the farm.
The button.
What was the
that-
most-
What
was
was
the-
on the button? It was just the buttons, right?
My job
was
was-
there anything on the
Was
button?
it monotonous?
I ran the pin inserter machine. So basically, the pin and the disc. You know how you put it through your
Sure,
shirt?
yeah.
Well, that pin and the disc I put them together.
So these
in a
are kind
box,
of like
and then you
um,
get the big boxes. You take them home, and you get the kit. It's called Badge a Minute, like BADGE. You can look it up
Yeah.
and then minute is not. It's like MINIT, I believe.
Yeah.
So they're not really buttons like you button your shirt with. They're
No,
just
these
No,
are
no,
buttons,
it's
like
the buttons
vote
like
for Eric.
campaign buttons,
Yeah.
or like
like the smiley face.
We love.
Like I'd fill with this big
yeah.
this big thing, a big vibration bowl where the pins would go around, and then this machine would open the pin, and then the discs would go in the other one and put them together.
So when I'm watching like Food Network
And I
and
put
they're
in
in
big
those giant
boxes.
factories and everyone's wearing like a lab coat with glasses and a hairnet hat, does that you have to wear that too, and earplugs?
I just had earplugs because it was so
You know, like a
loud.
lab coat looking thing.
No, not for that. I mean, mine was just badges and pins that no one cared about.
I don't know. If
I
it
wasn't
was
doing like,
uniform to make it all look uniform.
COVID type stuff, or doing stuff in a lab. I was just in a big factory.
I'm just calling it a lab coat, but you know what I mean? Sometimes they have like a uniform, like you have to wear this over your clothes in case it snags on the machine.
My machine was so loud, I would turn it on and I'd sneak away, and that's how I got my job in Dallas. I was supposed to be working. I was over there talking to the consultant for like 40 minutes.
Oh, while the buttons are being stamped.
They thought I was working.
Look at this. I'll do
Nice.
here's your badge a minute
Still
on
there, right?
Amazon.
Yeah.
They've got one that just says good vibes only. This button. This one says not going down without a fight with pink boxing gloves for breast
I
cancer.
worked 7 to 3.
When my kids have paws.
I made-
PAWS.
I worked 7 to 3 every day, 7 a.m. And then I cleared $300 a week.
Wow, that sounds like a tough job too.
And just standing all day and going around the machine because it's like the size of this room, like where you're at over there. So like the size of a
And
room.
what was
I'd have
this
to
about?
walk around at both
18
sides.
by 18.
Yeah.
Makes you appreciate what you got now.
Oh,
That
yeah.
high rise, doesn't it?
Hell yeah! So I told my wife, I go, the first time I met you, because her birthday's Sunday, happy birthday, Nagy. I couldn't afford anything. I bought her a Hulk doll because that was the first movie we saw. And
The Hulk?
And a Lionel Richie CD.
Because that's the first song y'all dance
Because
to.
all I have was like $40 to my name. I'm like, and now we just bought a house.
A Hulk doll. She goes, you had $40 and you chose to buy me a Hulk doll.
But it was supposed to be about the memory.
That.
It was about the thought.
Yeah.
Not about.
Hulk doll. Does she still have it?
Oh, hell no. She's like.
Coming up next, we're going to help somebody out from the listener line at 713-278-VENT. That's 8368 on your phone. You can call us for anything there. And a lot of people come to us for help. So a little group therapy regarding somebody in your house you would like to leave.
A house guest that was never invited and does not want to leave.
Yeah, next on KRBE. A lot of people like to use the listener line to leave us their story so we can then play it for our full audience and get some information at 713-278-VENT.
I get people that DM me and I just tell them, like, here's the listener line. It's easier for you just to
tell us a story.
Tell it.
And try and keep it under 2 minutes. A lot of times when it comes in and it's like 6 or 7 minutes long.
Well, we'll never be able to play the whole 6.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to get that all in.
Of it.
Like maybe summarize what you need.
When we've gotten
unless you want to be on, leave your number.
Sure. You can
yeah,
be
we'll
on
just
too.
have you on the show. But this woman did have a special request. Now,
she wanted her voice to be disguised.
So here's what she said initially.
Please change my voice if possible.
All right, does that sound like we changed it? I mean, I'm a little bit slowed down. But here's her problem.
So my family has an issue. My husband and I recently got married on 5/5/25. We've been together for about 2.5 years. When we started seeing each other, his cousin lived with him, and I saw nothing wrong with it. I finally moved in, me and my 3 kids, and his cousin's been a huge help, especially with the kids. The cousin recently brought someone into the home due to the female's circumstances instead of her living out in the street. He opened up our home without us knowing. School is about to start, and yes, she's in school. She does pay a little bit of the rent, but she's behind. We don't think that she's going to catch up. So I'm a stay-at-home mom, made a suggestion that for her on the 1st to pay what she owes and find another place. Mind you, she's almost 19. She's very lazy. She doesn't clean up after herself, especially like when she takes a shower or in the bathroom or anything. I get up at 4 a.m. I cook for my husband for his breakfast and lunch and dinner when he comes home. I do everything I have to do for my kids and for the house. How can we politely tell her without it being rude that we want her to leave?
How can they tell this nearly 19-year-old girl
Wait, I missed who brought her into the house?
to leave? His cousin. Okay, so her husband. Her husband had his cousin living with him. Now, this cousin found this young girl, brought her into the house, allowed her to stay here, and this girl apparently very lazy, doesn't pick up after herself, makes a mess.
Is the cousin still with them too?
Yeah.
So the cousin needs to go too and say, here's what you're going to do, lady. You're going to say to the cousin, how about you and little old girl over there? Y'all go find your own place because this is a crowded house and I'm not everyone's maid. You guys are not doing your part and you guys aren't. Why are we living together?
All right. Our number is 833-390-KRBE. Have you ever been in a situation where you did have to ask a house guest, a long-term house guest, hey, it's time to move on? And how did you do it?
And she said, how do we not be rude?
Yeah, but
how about you? How about being rude?
I'll
They don't
do it.
care they're being rude to you.
Give me your address. Kevin and I will go there.
You'd be like,
We'll tell her, get the hell out. Get off
messy
your ass.
after a shower, not cleaning up after yourself, being lazy. No, and no.
Why are we so worried? I don't understand humans. People treat you like crap, and then we're worried about being nice about
it's not
calling
being
them
rude
out.
to them.
Because you want to be better. You want to be better
You're already
than them.
better. You're letting this person into your house that you didn't even invite, and then they're messing it all up.
And she's got 3 kids. She's a stay-at-home mom. She works from the house. Now, there's a lot that she gave background. She works from home.
833-390-KRBE.
kids.
That's just ridiculous. I think.
Are we off base here? I think we're right? I mean, you don't have to be nice.
No, I mean, I get for her, she's going to be like, well, it's going to be awkward if I'm rude. But you need to say it. Like, you need to talk to the cousin and to the kid. Well, first, get on board. Have your husband be on board with it. You and your husband need to be on board with. We're going to have this conversation with the cousin and this 19-year-old.
And why'd you want us to change your voice?
And we need them out of here.
If you gave us a lot of information there. You gave out.
Oh my God! Why didn't you cut the wedding date?
I know. I'm like, I'm not going to cut her wedding date.
I was like, well,
only so many people get
Well, a
missed.
lot of people got married that day, I guess.
Well,
oh yeah,
who also have a 19-year-old living in the house.
I know.
Right. That pretty much gives it away there.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, lady. We disguised your voice, but gave away everything else. So I feel like you need to absolutely make sure that your husband doesn't bamboozle you and be like, why are you being so rude, Jane? Well, they're fine. No, the cousin needs to go.
Yeah.
And the 19-year-old needs to go. If you don't mind the cousin, well, you got to talk to the cousin and be like, you make this girl leave. You brought her in here. You make her leave.
She's scared to make her
husband. And if
husband?
you don't make her leave, then we're going to have to make her leave, and it's not going to be nice.
She's scared to make her husband mad? Because like the way she was just saying, I make his lunches, I make his dinners, I do all this stuff.
She does everything.
Sounds like she
him.
wants him to be happy, which is great.
Let's go to Juan. He had a situation similar. Hi, Juan. Good morning. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Good morning, guys.
Hello.
Good morning.
I can relate to that very much. I had a guest. You could say my daughter is 21. He was 22. And long story short, he lost his apartment. She begged me to help him out. So one day I show up, and he's already in the extra bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
He stayed. We agreed for 3 months to get his feedback, get going.
Yeah.
That turned out to be a year and a half later.
Oh, wow. Now, was this her boyfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
Who stayed at my house, who did not pay no bills.
Oh, no.
After a year and a half, I had enough because they had broken up. So it was awkward.
Wait.
Hold on.
Your daughter breaks up with her boyfriend, and you still have him living in the house?
How long?
Yes, for another 3 months.
Oh, my gosh. That's so awkward.
Okay, let me ask you this question, Juan. You said originally it was going to be for 3 months. When it got to 4 months, what was the discussion from him? Was he like, oh, sorry, guys, I still don't have a place. Can I stay another 30 days? Was it every month he'd stretch another month, or how did it grow to a year and a half?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. He'll always come up with excuse. I'm working on it. I got a part-time job. You'll lose that job. And, my thing was like, you need to go back to school, get a part-time. Help yourself. I only can do so much for you.
Was he squatting?
So long story short,
squatting's different, right? That's a whole different thing. Squatting is actually...
I had to reach out to his family, and he has some family up in Atlanta. And I do feel bad for the guy because his mom abandoned him when he was a kid. His dad is in and out of jail. So the kid had it rough.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I told my daughter, if you're not together with him, why am I going to put up with it?
Yeah.
Did he ever try and bring girlfriends home or like girls?
No.
Or was
hell no.
Yeah, I would put a stop to that real fast.
Let me ask you this question, Juan. When your daughter told you we've broken up, I'm going to hope that she's the one that broke up with him. What was the conversation then? Like that night, did you say to him, okay, well, y'all aren't even together anymore. What's the plan now? Or how did the breakup, but still living there for 3 months happen?
The plan was they broken up. Me and my wife and her sat down with him, said, look, there's nothing else here for you now. Please get your stuff and find where to go, But he kind of like, well, nobody wants to take me in. My family here in Houston, we're not together, this and that. So finally, look, I reached out to one of his aunts up in Atlanta. So he moved back to Atlanta, and here's where the story gets crazier. Out of the blues, he starts stalking my daughter, keeps calling. We're like, we forgot about this guy, right? One day I came home, I see him in the corner, around the corner from my house. I pull up to him, and I was like, look, dude, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be in Atlanta getting your life together. Well, I can live without her. Like, look, I'm fixing to call the cops. I'm done with this. So he was stalking her. He kept calling her from different numbers. She blocked him on everything she could, but this guy would not give up.
Oh my God.
So finally, one day, about maybe a month ago, he pulled up to the house. My neighbor came out because he was hiding between the trees, and he brought his gun out and said, "What are you doing? You breaking into my neighbor's house or what?" So I had to go. I got a call from the sheriff's department, and I didn't press charges because I didn't want him to go to jail. But that's the last thing I heard of this kid.
Well, he had somewhere to sleep. He went to jail.
Yeah, he had nowhere to sleep except in his car. And he needed some food, and he gave me, called me that day at work. Look, I cannot help you anymore. I can't. I already tried everything.
Can I ask how old he is, Juan? How old did you say he was? 21?
He was 23 when he left my house. He was 24.
Okay.
My daughter's 23 now.
So he knows better.
Yeah,
but he looked at you as a father figure.
Heart.
Yeah.
Right. It broke my heart because you have to be rude sometimes.
Of course.
And I had to say no to this kid. And, but you got to grow up,
How did it end? Like, where are y'all now with this one? Is that all history now? Or
it's only been a month.
I haven't heard. So far, so good. I haven't heard from him no more.
Okay, that's
so. I'm hoping that he found a shelter or moved back to Atlanta. I don't know.
I mean,
for the best. Yeah.
I'd would have pressed charges. You're a better man.
You
than
should
me.
have. I was at least have somewhere to sleep. If you press charges, you go to jail and sleep in there.
Gross.
What do you do at that point? Get a restraining order?
But wait,
they don't even get restraining orders.
Our deputy constable friend told us restraining orders don't do much. It's some other kind of thing you've got to apply for to really make.
There's another legal action you could take, but all we did was put a restriction order. I have cameras at the house, obviously. He knows that. But, it's a rough situation, but sometimes you got to put your foot down and, like Eric said, you got to be rude,
So that's what she needs to do then. Listener?
Yes, she needs to be rude. Why are you worried, Jane X, about being rude to the 19-year-old who's lazy and not doing anything? And if you want that cousin out of your house, this is a great opportunity to sweep them both out the door.
Yep.
Thank you for calling, Juan. I'm sorry your family had to go through that, but that's a learning lesson to anybody. They say 3 months. You guys stick it to a hard 3 months.
Yep.
Unless they're showing you real promise that they just need like 2 more weeks and they're out of there. Because it turned into a year and a half in a stalking
I would
case.
do 3 months, and then I'd give them maybe 1 month max, because I'd be like, all right, and then I'm done.
Yeah,
so give an end date. Yeah. Put an end date. I think that's what they said, or what she said initially. Hey, here's our suggestion. Pay the first of the month, then you got to leave.
And be a good human. Clean up after yourself.
My God, yes. Especially not paying rent.
I mean, you're being given this gift of free room and board, and you can't even pick up after yourself?
Ridiculous. Y'all go to the listener line at 713-278-VENT. That's 8368 on your phone. And you can share stories with us there. If you need some advice, we'll bring it to the table. You can always call and just be on. We can have you on so that we can.
Somebody said that's a new segment we should do. You got to go.
You got to go.
You got to go.
Which we do too.
All right. There is a Netflix show that came out in April. I didn't hear almost anybody really talking about it. If Sam was here and she did, it went over my head because I wasn't.
She was too busy watching The Rookie.
Yeah.
She loves that show.
I caught up on this a couple days ago, and there's a question weighing on me. So for the people that watch this specific thing on Netflix, I need you guys to fill in some blanks for me.
If it's not Hunting Wives, I don't care.
Oh, yeah. Get your shopping on Blanc, y'all.
Yeah.
And you watch them Hunting Wives. Okay, we'll talk about it in Scoop next on KRVE.
KRBE's Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Celebrity Scoop.
It's brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas. All right, so football is returning this month now that we're in the first day of August as preseason gets underway.
Last night.
Last night where?
It was the Hall of Fame game. I forgot to play
I don't count that as preseason. But yes, it is
preseason.
But I mean, Hall of Fame game.
I mean, it was Lions and Chargers. I can't remember who played last night. I was watching Acapulco.
Oh, I forgot on Apple TV. They're doing a week-by-week release, correct?
Yeah. So from now till like February or
There's
January.
Lots of television.
There'll always be football on a Thursday night.
Okay, yeah, because this Thursday's actually next Thursday, not this Thursday, hello. Next Thursday's the first NFL preseason game. College football is going to kick off on the 23rd. If you love tennis, the U.S. Open begins August 24th. Sunday, you said, is your wife's birthday, Eric. Do you know what also Sunday is?
All I know is it's SummerSlam. WWE.
SummerSlam, Sunday.
It's the perfect thing it's the exact thing that Eric would make a joke about, like a dumb pervo joke to his wife, but it's a real day. National Grab Some Nuts Day.
All right.
What?
We have a whole case of peanuts in here.
It's not my birthday.
From Texas Roadhouse.
Nuts in my face for too long.
Anyway, the month of August, yes, includes that. So have some cashews
nuts.
Or something, or some pistachios.
I would have
Sunday.
to go favorite nuts: cashews, pistachios, walnuts.
And
walnuts.
I like walnuts. Walnuts are good. They're brain food.
Netflix has Wednesday coming out and Perfect Match this month. Invasion and Platonic on Apple TV. Deadliest Catch comes back on Discovery.
That's still on?
Yeah, sure is. Let's see what else. King of the Hill Revival is happening on Hulu.
Kev will love that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we got Hulu working again.
Right. And speaking of Netflix and all the kind of streaming shows, I've found myself watching more television in the last week than ever.
What would you give Hunting Wives your score? 1 to 10? Because my wife's like, we watched it, but she's like, man, she's like, I think every woman
every Texas
is a
woman
lesbian
has a gun, wears boots, and
sleeps with
each other.
And I'm like, that is the Texas I wanted to move to.
Where's this show set?
It's set in a small town, but they don't say where. But they say it's somewhere near Dallas.
It's like on the
It's called like Maple Creek or Maple Ridge or Maple something.
Come on down to Maple
It's supposed
Ridge.
to be like Euless. I don't know.
No, I don't know, but it's Hunting Wives as far as like the questions that you want answered. Because I'm not gonna tell you anything about it other than what you see in the preview. Because what the real hook of that show is, they don't show in the preview. The preview makes you think it's a girl from Boston who moved to a tiny Texas town, but there's more layers to that. It's what she finds out about the town, but really there's a giant incident that happens that is really the basis of the series. So if you peel away all the fluffy naked layers of Hunting Wives.
So guys, this is the one you can go watch with your wife if you're like, this looks like a Desperate Housewives type thing, which I liked, but you're like, I don't like that stuff. You'll love this.
Well, then your wife is going to say, you just wanted me to come in here and watch a new version of Skinamax.
But you could be like, I didn't know.
So there's a lot of
Roula
nudity.
talking about it.
Yeah.
Female.
Hunting Wives has now become one of the top shows on Netflix. Now,
well, what male? There was a male. That guy.
Well, there are a lot of guys in there.
No,
but
that guy. No,
you're
you
talking
see.
about nudity? You're talking about nudity?
It shows it all.
Yeah, it's definitely not for children or anybody young to be around
Or anybody
you when
that
you're
likes
watching
to watch
that.
good acting.
Oh, stop.
I love it, but
Anyway,
the acting's so bad.
There's this guy on Instagram. I don't know his name. I talked
fun.
about him last week. He's got red hair and he's crazy for Sauvignon Blanc, y'all. I'm gonna black out, y'all. I'm a Sauvignon Blanc.
You love
He was
that
like,
guy.
if you are not watching The Hunting Wives, get your Sauvignon Blanc and you watch them Hunting Wives.
If this came out near Halloween, I could see a lot of women dressing up as those girls.
And maybe somebody will, but let me throw you this one because I know everybody watches different things. Sam's not here, but maybe back in April she did mention this because she likes true crime stuff. And there's something called the Deadly American Marriage on Netflix, and it's about. Well, you don't know what it's about. It's a true story of a murder in North Carolina, but who's the victim? And there's a woman who claims she was abused by her husband and she killed him in self-defense with her dad. And then on the other side, the evidence shows there ain't no self-defense up in this house, y'all. There's no way.
So
From the way
called-
this guy was killed.
What's it called again?
It's called A Deadly American Marriage. And the question that I have for those that watched it is she says in the thing, even in the preview, that she had put recording devices all over the house to protect herself so people could like hear in case he kills her, like how he talks to her and the fights they have. She said she had one in the kitchen. She had one under this. She had one this. She says she had one in the nightstand. But the guy dies in the bedroom, and the cops never talk about in this documentary episode. Well, we went to the audio of the nightstand. What the hell? That will solve your whole murder mystery.
You couldn't hear anything?
If you just tell us that you checked the nightstand.
But they wouldn't do it?
I don't know. It just goes ignored because you don't catch that. I saw that in the preview where she says, I had recording devices everywhere so it could prove that he killed me once I died. I just didn't realize he would die first. That's the preview of this show.
If you have to buy recording devices all around your house,
your relationship's in trouble.
You probably should get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I'd say
right,
so.
But,
If you're that
but the
scared.
twist is, here's the craziest thing. I can't stand liars. And she says, her friends say in there, she is on her wedding day. His family comes from Ireland. And everyone's like, oh, okay, well, we don't really know her that well. His wife died when his kids were 1 and 3 years old. She was the au pair who ended up marrying him.
Oh.
Okay, so when they're at the wedding in North Carolina, her maid of honor is talking to his sister, and the maid of honor's like, it's just so great. It was like meant to be. You know, she was his first wife's really good friend to help her, and then they fell in love. And the sister's like, the hell are you talking about? She was the au pair. What do you mean? You're the maid of honor, and you think that she knew his dead wife?
Yeah, she just.
What kind of a liar is this crazy girl? It was the
Uh-oh.
day after the wedding. So the whole thing is very interesting. Text me at 37530. Did I miss them talking about audio in the nightstand? Because he was killed in the bedroom.
Do you get a conclusion? Like I finally took your advice. I watched the Amy Bradley is Missing.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
I'm not
sidebar
watching that
here.
because I want a conclusion.
Sidebar here. It's like if she really is missing and that really is her, you know, and I don't want to give away anything, but there's like they allude that she could possibly be in a certain place.
Yeah.
They just basically gave away like all this information to her captors. Like airing this special, this miniseries without a conclusion. So
or
whoever
maybe the
really
captors
has
don't
her.
care because they've had her for so many years and she's going to watch it on Netflix and be like, well, I guess I better reach
What if
out.
they're like watching? They're like, oh crap! They're talking about us.
Yeah. But there is no conclusion to that. Is there a conclusion to this?
Yeah, because it's a real life story. There's a real life news story. You can Google it and see how it ended up.
Okay.
Is that what you did?
No, I watched. It's only like an hour and a half.
I
only do that for 8 episodes. I can't hang in for 8. That's too long.
The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
What's going down in H-Town?
104.1 KRBE.
People are already texting Ryan that, nope, you're right. They did not check the recording device in the bedroom. What the hell?
Oh.
Netflix has to rage out and be like, open up this case again. Okay, go ahead.
All right, it's brought to you by Tackus Fiber. Tonight, the Astros are playing with Carlos Correa back on the roster.
This is so crazy.
It's
I cannot believe this happened.
6:10 tonight.
Didn't yesterday we say that can't happen? That was going to happen. They said it wasn't going to happen.
Because we got the other dude. I just forgot his name.
Reyes?
Yeah, we got him to play third base, we thought.
Uh-huh.
So we're like, I guess no Correa, but then it happened.
So Correa's going to play Bregman's old spot.
Yep.
Because Peña's at shortstop.
He's getting older anyway.
Hurt.
He was going to go to third base eventually.
Okay.
Wait, when you're older, you go to third base?
Yeah. Because
why is that?
You only cover.
You don't have to go racing across the field.
You're doing a lot of running in the shortstop. It's a young man's position.
Oh, is that right?
So you have to have an Apple TV Plus subscription. Now I can't say it. Subscription. It's $9.99 a month. Statistics. That was your word. Okay, I'm sorry. The game can also be watched through a web browser at tv.apple.com. Now, Sunday's game is at 10:35 in the morning, and that's going to be on the Roku channel. But Roku's MLB games are free to watch.
Roku.
I have a Roku TV. I don't even know how to watch the Roku channel. It just goes to sleep. It shows me the Roku logo, and then I just click my different apps. I'm like, okay, there's Netflix, there's DirecTV.
Why are they doing this crap?
Can you just stick it to one channel, please?
No kidding. Now, Eric, you sent me this article about Houston, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
We have a stat here. Now, the U.S. population is getting older. Aging baby boomers and declining fertility rates mean that for the first time in America's history, older people, and older people are 65 and older, are projected to outnumber children by the year 2030. Now, the youngest cities in America, number 1 is Salt Lake City, but number 2 is Houston, Texas, specifically the Woodlands and Sugar Land. Now, the percentage of population under the age of 35 is 50%.
Wow. There you go.
So one of the youngest spots in America.
Is that a lot of oil and gas rich people that are like 33 years old?
I guess.
I don't know, man.
Living in the Woodlands?
These oil and gas
and
people
Sugar Land.
have tons of money, man. Tons of money. One of my friends is a real estate agent. She was sold a house to like a 32-year-old couple with a 1-year-old, and she's like, I don't know what kind of money these oil and gas people are paying them, but their house is not cheap, and that's their first one.
Must be nice.
Sometimes I do. I'm like, wow, my God, I'm such a failure. These people are like 30 and they're living in a baller mansion.
You never put yourself against other people.
No, I know.
Right?
What do they say? Yeah, we talked
Words
about
of wisdom.
Comparison is the
thief of joy.
Robs you of joy. Yeah, that's right.
I love that. I had never heard that until the other day. Comparison is the thief of joy.
It's true.
We could go through more of those deep thoughts next.
Oh, pearls. Deep thoughts.
Pearls of wisdom.
So I tell my wife.
Statements to live by.
Don't compare me to anyone.
Things to put in your signature on your email.
Start a new segment.
That annoys me when people have the sayings on their email.
Reflections by Ryan.
Email signatures that you could use today. We can even make a plate for you that we can send you. As it's been minted on a plate, you can mount in your kitchen.
Were those commercials been in the 90s and 80s?
The Franklin Mint Collection.
Stupid plates.
The email signature generator next.
Ugh.
On the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Barf.
Don't throw up. Throw down.
In. Throw down.
Don't throw up. Throw down.
Y'all.
Next on KRBE.